So this person says, what do I do if I'm experiencing anxiety, panic attacks, depersonalization, realization, and there actually is a threat? Meaning the environment is dangerous. It could be coming through a relationship, could be coming through a job. Well, what I help my clients with is whenever there's something called a sensory trigger. I mean, there's tons of sensory triggers, but a sensory trigger is whenever you see, hear, smell, taste, touch, feel something that is similar to something painful from your past, and it's causing your body to go into a state of survival inappropriately. It's technically the right state, it's just at the wrong time. You're in a threat response when there is no threat. And we can desensitize that. Because there is no threat present, we can do things that communicate safety to the body and nervous system. And because of something called neuroplasticity, our brain is plastic, we can rewire your body, brain, and nervous system to perceive safety. But if your environment is actually dangerous, either physically dangerous, or doesn't even have to be physically dangerous, but just so objectively stressful in a sense that it puts you on guard constantly, it's going to be very difficult to communicate safety to your body if you're in that environment. So this is technically known as the nervous system war zone. I just did a long form YouTube video on this. If you want to go check it out, there's a training that I did for my team, or my clients rather. And it's an environment that is highly chaotic, unpredictable, unstable, punitive, or aggressive. And it's very difficult to stay calm in these environments. And I've been in these environments before, many, many times. In fact, being in those environments was part of what led to me experiencing depersonalization, realization. DPDR are dissociative symptoms. Dissociation comes from a Latin root word that means to sever or separate. It's your brain trying to separate you from a painful experience. And sometimes those painful experiences are coming from your environment, right? So sometimes kids, whenever they grow up and they're in a very abusive environment, they may start to experience depersonalization, realization. Because think about it, if you're a child, you're completely codependent on your caregiver for your ability to regulate. But anyway, what I'm saying is, if you are in a nervous system war zone, I'm not saying that you can't see any results, but you do need to make a plan to get out of that environment. I know it's not going to happen overnight. There's a lot of times logistical issues. Maybe somebody's threatening you if you were to walk away from them. I've seen all kinds of situations, but if I were working with this client, I would say, let's get a plan to get out of that as soon as possible, because if we don't, it's going to be very difficult to communicate safety to your nervous system.